Today, we're diving into the story of Uthman in a faith that was all about action. We're going to look at a moment of intense crisis that showed the world what this incredible leader was really made of.
And it all starts with a really big question, one that people have been asking for centuries. What is wealth really for?
Is it for buying things, gaining power, just feeling secure? For one of the truly great leaders in history, the answer was something else entirely. For him, it was a tool for compassion.
To really get this, we've got to travel back in time. We're heading straight into a major crisis unfolding in the city of Medina.
So picture this. It's during the Caliphate of Abu Bakr, and a terrible drought has taken hold. There's no rain, the ground is cracked and dry, and crops are failing. The people of Medina were in a really bad way. They were suffering.
And then, right when things seemed their bleakest, a shimmer on the horizon. It's a massive caravan, 100 camels owned by Uthman ibn Affan, and they are loaded down with wheat and food from Syria. It looked like salvation had arrived.
Okay, but this is where the story gets really interesting. It wasn't just a simple matter of handing out food. It was about a choice, a moment that all came down to what you could call the better offer. You can almost see it happening, right? The moment that caravan arrives, the city's merchants are knocking on Uthman's door. They see a business opportunity, plain and simple. Their offer was straightforward. We'll buy everything you've got, and we'll give you a huge profit, a 50% return. 15 for 10.
Uthman listens patiently to their proposal, and then he replies with something that must have just floored them. He says, very calmly, "I have had a better offer."
You could just imagine the silence, then the confusion. A better offer? What are you talking about? We're the only merchants in Medina. From their point of view, it made absolutely no sense. The math wasn't adding up.
But see, Uthman was working with a completely different kind of accounting. He tells them, Allah has given me a better offer, 10 for every dirham. He wasn't thinking about a 50% return. He was thinking about a divine investment, a spiritual profit of at least 10 times his investment in the hereafter.
And then, to make it crystal clear, he seals the deal. He announces, "I call upon Allah to bear witness that I am giving this food as charity for the poor Muslims." Just like that. The whole thing, all 100 camels worth of food, was given away completely free to the people who were starving. So you have to ask yourself, what kind of principle, what kind of belief could possibly make someone do something that incredible? Well, it comes down to a really deep concept, a way of defining what true righteousness actually is.
And that concept is called al-bir. Now, this isn't just about, praying or doing rituals. It's a much bigger idea. It's this all-encompassing righteousness, this goodness that touches every single part of your life.
And the Qur'an lays out what al-bir is so clearly. It says true righteousness isn't just about the direction you face when you pray. It's about what's inside. It's about deep belief, about keeping your promises, and here's the key part for our story. It's about giving your wealth to those who need it, even when you love that wealth yourself. Uthman's decision was a perfect, living example of this very idea.
You see, this whole concept is also a kind of a protection. The Quran warns that if you're not careful, wealth can make you arrogant. It can make you transgress. But Uthman, who learned these lessons directly from the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, showed a different way. He proved that for someone who is truly righteous, wealth isn't a path to greed. It's a path to compassion.
And this incredible act of generosity, it wasn't just a one-off thing. It was who he was. It was a reflection of a character built on profound wisdom and a deep desire to serve, something we see again and again in his legacy of counsel. Long before he was the caliph, Uthman's wisdom was already legendary. He was a close advisor to both Abu Bakr and Umar. They called him the keeper of secrets. He's the one who suggested creating a formal record-keeping system for the state. He even came up with the idea to start the Islamic calendar with the month of Muharram. This was a man of huge generosity, yes, but also of incredible practical wisdom.
What really set him apart was his kindness and his careful, deliberate way of thinking. At a time when leadership was often about being loud and firm, his gentle wisdom was seen as a huge strength. People valued his opinion because they knew it came from a place of genuine care for the community.
And that brings us all the way back to the beginning. Uthman's story doesn't just end there. It leaves us with a question to carry with us. In our own lives, with our own choices, when we're weighing a worldly gain against an act of selflessness, what really is the
better offer.